Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Odis Spencer Stadium as we are a couple of minutes away for the 7-on-7 football tournament. We've got 6 fantastic teams. We've got 2 games going on at once. Starting at 9:30, we will have pool play. So over on Field A, which is the field closest to the field house, as you can see with the scoreboard, we are going to be live streaming Columbus and Smith Station. Over in Field B, which is the entrance, we've got Harris County and Jordan. And then at 10 o'clock, we've got Spencer taking on Columbus, Smith Station taking on Shaw, 10:30, Harris County taking on Spencer, and Shaw taking on Jordan. 11 o'clock, Smith Station taking on Jordan, Harris County taking on Columbus. And then 11:30, Shaw is taking on Spencer. So they have half the field. There'll be a 25-yard line field, and they actually have just got started as the Columbus Blue Devils are on offense. And, with the heat, the coaches are on the field, and they're going to be having a 25-yard line, and they're not in the full pads. They do have their helmet. They're going to just not going to tackle. They're just looking at routines and slant routes and drills. And we're going to get a chance here to see the Columbus Blue Devil offense taking on the Smith Station Panthers. Columbus led by their second-year head coach, Robert Peters. Smith Station, new guy at the helm. And that's going to be a touchdown for Columbus as they strike first against Smith Station. Smith Station led by their head coach, Blair Harrison, who was the athletic director over at Shaw. So Columbus leading 6-0. Let's see if they'll have a 2-point conversion to attempt here. Like we mentioned, Jordan and Harris County playing on the other field. We'll try to bounce around from field to field as we get more familiar with this tournament. It's going to be fast-paced. These games are 30 minutes long and 25-yard line, and that's a little fade route into the back of the end zone, and the try is no good. So Columbus, they strike first on offense. Smith Station is going to be on offense, and this is going to be a new-look Smith Station team, a brand-new coaching staff. They did not win a game last year, but the hiring of Coach Blair Harrison has really been a culture setter. New athletic director, Brian Eason. You saw that on sitting down with an athletics director, state of the programs, last night on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And now we're going to get an opportunity to see the Smith Station Panthers on offense. Now, fun fact, these two schools did meet in the regular season in football in 2022. And Smith Station will be taking on Shaw this year. That's going to be here at Odis Spencer Stadium. And, of course, no offensive line. It's just pure skill at the receiver and backs position. We're going to see a lot of passing as they try to perfect those routes and get ready for the upcoming season. Less than 50 days to the start of opening week for Georgia, and then they'll have opening week the following week in Alabama. Smith Station is going to be on to attempt the try. So in pool play, everybody's going to play 3 games. And then we're going to have tournament play starting at noon, where the winner of Pool A taking on the third-place team in Pool B and so on. And we will have a champion crown at least by 2 o'clock. We want to try to get this over with because of the heat. Little pump fake. And the ref says play dead. So after 2 possessions, it is 6-6. And of course, they're just going 30 minutes. There's not a clock. We'll have to adjust the clock. They do have a little bit of timeouts. Coming up, 10 o'clock, we've got Spencer and Columbus, Smith Station and Shaw. That will be at 10 o'clock. As we are live here from Odis Spencer Stadium. This is the 7-on-7 Muskogee County football tournament. This is the first time that Georgia Alabama Sports Live is live streamed this. We are excited to be here. I want to thank the new Muskogee County Citywide Athletic Director, Kendall Mills, for allowing us to be here, as that's an incomplete pass. Columbus only won 2 games last year. They're trying to improve and trying to build a culture, especially being in the new region with 7 of the 8 Muskogee County schools and also Sumter County. But that will be the final year that all the schools will be together, because we'll have reclassification like they always do every 2 years. And that's a little short pass pattern. Looking at that, they start at the 40. And it looks like it's kind of flag football rules. So you got to get to the 20 to get a first down. Of course, Spencer head football coach Joe Kegler and athletic director putting this thing on. Want to thank him as well for allowing us the opportunity to live stream the 7-on-7 tournament. Yeah, little slant pattern right in the flat, and not really allowed to tackle. It looks like it's going to be, they're not wearing flags, so it's going to be like 2-hand touch. And definitely with the heat, and they'll be putting on the pads soon. But these 7-on-7 tournaments, it's really about finding out who your skill position players are. You're not really showing a lot of looks. There is no center. They just have somebody right in the middle hiking the ball to the quarterback, rolling to the left. And that is caught. That was a good pass in double coverage. And that's going to be a first down for Columbus. Yeah, we've seen 8-man football before, but there's a couple of offensive line in 8-man football. This is just a very unique look. There's really no blockers. It's all skilled position players. The defense is not really coming after the quarterback. I think the DBs are just worried about coverage. I mean, it's all 6 receivers just going back and not really drawing up any running plays, but this is going to be very interesting because you're trying to find out who your skilled receivers are as they run out slant pass patterns. This is really what it's all about. This is backyard football. This is what we are used to playing out in the parking lots of schools. And I mean, I don't know if anybody's played in the parking lot of schools if there was like no cars. We actually would walk to the elementary school couple blocks away from the house, and we'd be playing backyard football actually in the parking lot, and this is really what it's about. Nice catch, but that's going to be short of the goal line. That's going to be right at the 5-yard line. Let's see if Smith Station's defense can get a stop here. You got Smith Station, a 7A school from the AHSAA, one of the toughest regions in the state of Alabama. There is no question about that. You got the likes of Central, Auburn, Opelika, Enterprise, Carver, Montgomery. You talk about a gauntlet of a schedule. Still got Jefferson Day, or not Jag, Julian Gratz also in that division as well. Columbus trying to get, that's incomplete. Just a little button hook route right in the middle of the field, trying to get something on a short play, and they got one more opportunity, one more crack at it to try to get it. There's Carver AD, Coach Anson Hunley, on the sidelines with his office hours partner in crime, Coach Joe Kegler. Patrolling the sidelines. You can catch office hours, as that is a show we have for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Real life of an athletics director, real life of an AD. Oh, what a play broken up by the Smiths defense. I tell you, you're going to see a much improved Smith Station defense. They are going to look completely different than the team that we've seen the last couple of years. What a defensive stop by Smith Station. Now they're going to get the ball. And one thing about Coach Blair Harrison, longtime coach at Brookstone, he coached at Shaw. He likes to run the football. He is a power run team. So this will give him an opportunity to see what he's got as far as skilled position players. This is field A. It's caught in the flat, trying to break two defenders, making sure not to get touched. They're not in pads, and they're not allowed to tackle. They're just wearing the football helmets. And then with this heat, that is the best thing to do, just to be safe out there. With these 7-on-7 camps, I mean, these players are used to playing in these 7-on-7 camps. They do it all summer. Can't put on the pads until late July, but I know they just want to get back out there and play some competitive football. Ball is about the 25-yard line. Slant pattern, middle, caught, nice move. That'll be enough for the first down. The first down marker at the 20-yard line. So Thrift Behringer he's on his way. He'll be joining me shortly. We're going to be here all day. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to get into, a lot to discuss about this upcoming football season. Of course, Georgia Alabama Sports Live is going to be live streaming many games this upcoming season. And we cannot wait. Quarterback back to pass. Fade route back in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Smith Station takes the lead after trailing 6-0. It is now 12-6. I'm trying to figure out like how they're gonna do halftime and everything. And we'll take a little bit of a break. In fact, we're coming up on that will be the end of the game. So not sure how the rules are, if they're going to do first to 12 or if they're going to do it based off the clock. But Smith Station wins this first game 12-6. Over Columbus is your final score. We're going to step aside. We'll have game 2 for you live from Odis Spencer Stadium. It's the 7-on-7 football tournament here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
All right, welcome back. We're trying to get the scoreboard reset. It's game number 2, Smith Station and Shaw. We got Columbus and Spencer on the other field. We'll go ahead and get this one ready. Here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, we're live from Odis Spencer Stadium. It's the 7-on-7 tournament. Richard Holdridge here. Thrip Behringer will be joining shortly. And we'll try to get the audio fixed. I know the audio was a little low, but hopefully we got it fixed. Smith Station in white on offense first as Coach Blair Harrison facing his former team. Fade route, back in the end zone. That's going to be pass interference. And yes, there are flags in 7-on-7 because those receivers and defenders, they're going to be tussling with each other. Ref had to pull the flag. And that is going to be pass interference. Smith Station on offense first. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube. We will be here until they crown a champion. This is always going to be fun. We enjoy live streaming games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. On offense, Smith Station, plenty of time to throw in the back of the end zone and a touchdown. And so far, Smith Station, who won the first game 12-6, they take their first possession and they score the touchdown. So the rules on 7-on-7 football is that it is 25-yard fields. It's a 40. They start at the 40. So, yeah, 20-yard fields. They start at the 40, and they divide the field up into two. Here comes the try. Back to pass, and that's going to be good. And Smith Station takes the early 7-0 lead over the Shaw Raiders, which these two teams will meet in the state line showdown at Odis Spencer Stadium. Cannot wait for that. They played last season at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium, in a close contest. And now Shaw's going to be on offense. One player to look out for this year is Aaron Grant. That pass is going to be incomplete. So Smith Station won the first game, 12-6. You know, these games, they're so fast-paced. It's first to score 2 touchdowns. We could really see some surprises in this tournament. Pass. Oh, that's pass right in the middle of the field. Trying to make a move, but fell down to the ground. And you remember, you got to get to the 20 to get a first down. Back to pass, and that's going to be incomplete. As Columbus and Spencer is playing over on the other field. He's going to try to air this one out. Long pass. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a first down. That was a 4th down try. And we're going to have Smith Station back on offense, leading 7-0. All right, Smith Station on offense. And that is going to be another touchdown. Makes it 13-0. And here comes the try. Try is broken up. That was a nice play there by the DB for Shaw. It's 13-0. I think they're going to, despite the score, I think they're going to allow Shaw one play to try to, I got to find out what the rules are, but I think each team's going to get at least 2 possessions. As the first game ended quickly. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. The second game is supposed to be starting at 10. We're just a little bit early. And there must have been a penalty on that because that try attempt is going to be no good. As it's really starting to heat up here at Odis Spencer Stadium. I think they want to try to get these games in early and quick. Remember, in 7-on-7, there are no pads. There's no tackling. It is two-hand touch football and no rushing the quarterback. I think here they're just working on drills because Smith Station still has the football. Rolling to the right, pump fake. Finds a guy. Did he make the catch? That was a very good catch, and he does hold on to the ball. So the try attempt is good, and Smith Station now leads 14-0. Smith Station won the first game, 12-6 over Columbus. And on the other field, Columbus quarterback just threw a bomb into the end zone to score a touchdown on Spencer. And that one's intercepted by Shaw. And one thing, the Shaw DBs, they're going to play hard for their coach, Coach Johnny Garner. Shaw went to the playoffs last year, had a 4-3 record in region play, but lost in the first round to Carver of Atlanta. But Shaw trying to get back to the playoffs. This is going to be a very interesting season for all the schools in Muskogee County. Shaw back on offense. They do trail 14-0. They failed to score on their first possession. I think what they're trying to do is just allow Shaw to get another possession on offense, but it's looking like Smith Station's going to win this one and go 2-0 in pool play with one game remaining in pool play. Long pass, and that was broken up. It'll be third down. Got to get to the 20 for a first down. See if they can get this here. Back to pass. That's caught, and that's going to be a first down for Shaw. It was a good throw. Knew where the marker was. Had to get to the 20. Like I mentioned, this is a short field. They're going from the 40 to the end zone. And right now they're just focused on skills like drills as far as slant patterns. We have not seen any running plays. It's all receivers just going after, playing backyard football. That's going to the end zone. That was in traffic, and that will be incomplete. Smith Station's defenders broke it up. Now we're going to try to see exactly what Shaw wants to do here. Back to Passy. Going to throw, and that's going to be intercepted.
Wow, Rich.
By the Smith Station defender, and that's going to put a bow on this one. Smith Station's going to win game 2. They are 2-0 in pool play.
How about Smith Station?
2-0.
Blair Harrison. We'll turn it over, and we'll come over here. Spencer and Columbus are playing right now on the other side of the field.
Yeah, don't mind the scoreboard. We're going to probably get that changed just a bit. Thrift, I'm going to
We'll say right here, Richard, as
let you take over. As
Columbus has the football. We know the quarterback. His name's Elijah Fudge. What is he able to do here? Rich, throw, caught, stop there. So 7-on-7, this is basically just like Summer League basketball, but for football. No offensive lineman. There's no running game. It's basically just shell drill of guys going out and playing backyard football almost.
And actually, I think the clock is 20 minutes. I mean, but they actually
we thought 30. That's what you've been telling everyone,
I actually thought it was 30
Rich.
because you had games that were supposed to start at 10 that started a little bit later. You see, Smith Station's got another crack at it as far as possession. They only had 2 possessions in the win over Columbus.
How about the touchdown pass by Spencer, and Kegler's team gets a big touchdown there going against Columbus. We'll turn it over. I think that's still Shaw and Smith Station still going against each other, so we'll go back on the other side of the field.
Yeah, this is Smith Station's 3rd offensive possession. That's going to be incomplete. Coming up next, we got Harris County and Spencer, and we have Shaw and Jordan. It's got 6 teams. We will find a champion crowned later this afternoon, right around 2 o'clock.
So now we're going to have Smith Station with the football. You see Blair Harrison. He's going to throw and goes deep, and that one's going to be intercepted. Bad throw, tries to go deep on the post route, not able to complete it, and that will be a turnover. And Shaw will get the football right back.
And with Smith Station up 14-0, I'm not sure how many more possessions they're going to allow Shaw to get. Because that first game, it's like they played to 12. Smith Station won against Columbus 12-6. But yeah, Shaw's going to get another possession here. And the one player to look out for Shaw is Aaron Grant. I mean, clearly just a talent. We saw that last year. Just a great talent for Coach Johnny Garner. Grant. It's a nice catch there.
So there's pool play, as you may mention, Richard, and then they will have the actual tournament, and then they'll have a championship game at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, this is going to be just a fun tournament, and it's going to go quick. You know, these teams, they want to try to get in, get out, just because of the heat. The heat, it's only going to get hotter, and luckily they're not in pads.
Since when, Rich?
So they are not allowed to tackle. It's actually two-hand touch football out there, and they are just wearing the helmet, not in pads. This is just No offensive line out there. It's just really receivers. I have not seen a run play yet. And I think it's just seeing if the quarterback can get familiar with their receivers.
What about the run?
Well, we've had pretty good matchups with some DBs going at it against some receivers. I mean, this is backyard football at its finest. And Thrift, this is really what it is all about. Just that backyard football.
Takes the snap, looking. He's got his safety valve, throws it over the middle, and it's going to be good defensive play there by Smith Station, knocking the ball away. And Coach Harrison's trying to say 2-0. By the way, Columbus High just had a turnover on downs on the other end, and Spencer will now take over.
And Thrift, I got to make sure that I don't have the habit when I'm calling a football game saying that the quarterback has plenty of time to throw. There's nobody rushing the quarterback. I mean, he's got a clean pocket. It's really just trying to find open receivers. That's really what what they're trying to accomplish here. Of course, there's a lot of pride on the line. You want to win this thing. I mean, there's 6 teams, and not all Muskogee County teams, only 4 that are Muskogee County. You got Harris County and Smith Station in this.
Yeah, well, we haven't even seen the county.
Now, Harris County actually did play Jordan earlier in the first game, but we'll have a chance to see
He's
going to
roll out. He's looking. He's going to fire, trying to get it to the corner there, and throws it low. And even if it was caught, it was going to be a tough try to stay in bounds for the touchdown, and that's going to be another Smith Station stop and a turnover on downs, and Smith Station will get the ball back. So we'll get off of Smith Station. We'll come over here a little bit to Spencer as Elijah Fudge is going to throw it to an open receiver. He's going to go down the sideline, and he'll be stopped. It looked right before he got to the goal line. Spencer trying to go up 14-0 as well. We're trying to keep up best we can, guys. We have 2 different fields going. I know we have right now the main game we're doing is Smith Station Shaw, but we wanted to give you a little, like, hey, let's take it over to the action for Spencer and Columbus. And Smith Station just threw an interception on the first play. So Shaw will get the ball back. On the other side, Spencer, Elijah Fudge throws a seed, but it's tipped up and intercepted. And you can see Coach Kegler, he didn't like him trying to force that in there.
But that's a good sign if you're Columbus. I know Coach Peters has got to be happy that he's able to see his team fight out there. I mean, Columbus has had just known for having skilled players.
By the way, Smith Station did take down Shaw.
2-0.
So Smith Station goes to 2-0 in pool play. That will be Shaw's first loss.
And it looks like Columbus fell to Spencer.
So both,
I believe.
Spencer wins and Smith Station wins. We'll take a break, and then Big Rich has got some updates for us here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live 7-on-7, and he'll let us know about Stephen Campbell.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Harris County and Carver already starting here. Excuse me, Harris County and Spencer. Harris County Carver is what we're going to see during the regular season. So an interception, and Harris County is going to get the football at the start here. And this pool play, we got a few more games of pool play on the other side. Jordan and Shaw are playing. Taking the snap, firing, and that one is caught. Harris County will gallop a few feet in. They need to get to the 20, and they'll reset and have 4 downs. So they got 4 downs to get to the 20. They start at the 40, and then 4 downs to score from the 20. Harris County already has 1 win today. And a bad throw behind his intended receiver. If he had completed it to him, he might have been scooting down the sideline for a touchdown. Everybody's asking where Big Rich is. We'll try to get to him here in a moment. He is currently busy, but we'll get him back. I know we got several people commenting right now saying, where's Rich? Where's Rich? So Rich needs to at least put a headset on. There he is.
All right, I'm actually producing. So.
And here is the snap. Harris County is going to pump fake, look one way, go the other, and not able to juke and get tagged immediately. And that is going to be a turnover on downs. That was 4th down, and that means Spencer will get the ball here to try to take the lead.
And one person I know that's watching us, we were hoping that he'd join us, is Rick Beach. We can't call a Harris County game without Rick Beach from Kutsu Sports.
Do you know Rick Defy?
I know that. Well, that's a cool nickname. I know that.
Rich, is there something you wanted to update us on with Stephen Campbell?
I want to say that Stephen Campbell has done a fantastic job just allowing us to not only come here, but really to open the door at Odis Spencer, to allow us to come into the press box, give us anything that we need. I mean, that's truly a blessing when you have somebody that supports what we do here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Good point. And is there any news and notes from anything you want to update us on?
Nothing that I've
around the
heard
area.
from, not from around the area.
Anything around the community you've heard, a rumor?
No, not at all.
Nice pass, and there he goes. Oh, what a juke!
Give it to him. No, almost.
Any rumors or anything you've heard?
No, not at all. I'm excited. I am finally.
By the way, guys, if you're listening right now, Big Rich is Rumorville. So if you want to get a
Rumorville, whoa.
If you want to get a rumor, even if it's not true, out and about, tell Big Rich.
That's funny.
It'll help facilitate that message.
That's what we call in the business a tease.
Budge was looking for the running back out of the backfield, and it goes incomplete.
A lot of great things about, these two schools. They did play in the spring game last year, but we know about the accolades from Harris County. Like you've mentioned, sleeping giant, but I think they're already there. I don't think they're a sleeping giant. I think that they have established themselves as one of the top teams in our area, obviously. Now the big question is, can they get to the mountaintop?
And he'll roll, fire, and it's almost intercepted. Tries to throw between 3 County Tigers. And that will bring up, I think, 3rd down, and they have to score here.
Yeah, this is the 7-on-7 football tournament put on by Muskogee County. We've got 4 of the 6 teams that are Muskogee County.
Yeah, we do, Rich. Do I know you?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Spencer's got it. What can they do here? What's going to happen? 7-on-7 tournament presented by Glenn Smith. Fudge takes the snap, looking, firing over the middle. Wide open, touchdown.
Nice.
Right on Harris County's defense, and Spencer will go up 7-0 here in this one. On the other field, Jordan and Shaw are battling it out. Shaw scored a touchdown, and they lead over Jordan. Smith Station's already 2-0 here today. Spencer's 1-0. Columbus High, they're 0-2.
Harris County's 1-0.
Harris County's 1-0. So we got a battle of undefeateds right now in Spencer and Harris County. So Harris County will start at the 40.
Yeah, Shaw just intercepted it from Jordan. They're going to be taking
another
over.
turnover. Yeah, that's a big turnover there. Coach Tommy Watson, obviously if you know Harris County, throwing the football over the field is not a Tommy Watson-led offense, but it is a good way to kind of see what you got in the passing game. And he will fake the handoff, roll out to his right. He'll then plant and throw a deep one, and it is going to be almost caught. And it goes right through the hands of his intended target. He was open, and that would have been a touchdown. It hit his hands. It was a beautiful throw by Harris County's quarterback, and that is going to be second down.
Thrift, it's going to get hotter today. Are you hydrating? I know I am.
I'm definitely hydrating for sure on that.
It's even hot here in the press box.
As he throws it over to his target, who is able to get about 10 yards. So now it will set up third down, and they need again get to the 20. So here's what happens. Here are the rules if you're just joining us. Each team, when they start their offensive possession, starts at the 40. There are two games going on. They split the field in half. They got 4 downs to get to the 20, and then once they get to the 20, got 4 downs to score a touchdown, and that one's caught. What a catch, and then a juke.
Juking it.
What a move and what a pass. And now we got first and goal for Coach Watson's Harris County Tigers.
Up in the county.
Harris County down 7-0. We hope that score is up to date right now. And he's got a lot of time, and then it goes right through the hands of the county receiver. The quarterback's kind of upset as that one was a beautiful route ran. He was wide open. All he had to do was just hold on to the football, and it was a touchdown, and he drops it for second down. Harris County's made some changes to their staff as they lost longtime defensive coordinator D-Rock Brooks. And they brought in Bryant Garrison, who used to be Smith Station's coach. And look at that pass, another good comeback route that goes right through the hands of a county receiver. Another pinpoint perfect pass. Couldn't have been placed better there, Richard, between two defenders. And, again, this is why you play a 7-on-7. You got to get these guys game action. You got to get them when there's pressure on them to catch the football. It's one thing when you're running routes against no one. It's another when you're doing it against another team. And it will be third and goal for County.
Remember, if you got some teams that are known for being in the trenches, good offensive line play, it doesn't matter at 7-on-7.
And almost intercepted, but instead it will be dropped once more. 3 drops for Harris County in a row. And if you're Watson, you're really, remember, you're replacing Rand Ogletree.
Yeah.
That guy's elite. And he is he's going to play at West Georgia. I mean, he's a Division I prospect. It's going to take some time to find who that weapon's going to be for this year. Shaw just scored another touchdown. And that was 4th down. The pass goes incomplete, and Harris County is going to have another turnover on downs. And they had plenty of opportunities there to score a touchdown, dropped several of them. So Spencer can take a commanding 2-touchdown lead, and they do 20-minute. They're in, they're out. These games are rolling, Richard. Once this is done, we will then have Smith Station Jordan, and, we will have Smith Station Jordan coming up next, and Harris County versus Columbus. We'll be doing Harris County and Columbus. His Fudge is back to throw, throws it to a guy over the middle. He does a spin and not able to get anywhere. And then the final game at 11:30 will be Shaw and Spencer. So we'll have those coming up. Then this is pool play. Then we'll have the tournament, and then the championship will be at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and right now, Smith Station 2-0, Spencer 1-0, Harris County 1-0. This is a big game. Both teams 1-0. They could position themselves to to try to win the pool, because you got Pool B and Pool A.
And one thing for Spencer, obviously, they like throwing the football over the field. I mean, they've had Gary Gaither is one of the top passers in the state. Last year they threw for over 2,000 yards with Fudge. If you know Coach Kegler, he likes spread offenses and moving the football around. So this is his cup of tea for sure on that. As Big Rich is here. Big Rich, how you been?
Oh, Ben, I've been doing
You've been
great.
gone, man. Where you been?
You know where I've been.
Many people thought you had quit Georgia Alabama Sports Live. You were done. We had some scary moments as Fudge looking deep, and it says going to throw it over to the sideline and then get a first down. So it'll be first and goal for the Spencer Green Waves. Yeah, Rich, many people thought you were done. Where was Rich? Is he gone? And I had to tell people, everybody calm down. Big Rich sometimes just needs a moment to reflect and collect himself.
Charge my batteries.
He needed a big recharge. And now he's back. Like us on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as well. Fudge looking. He'll throw, fire, caught, and then it'll be now at the 5. Spencer, again, showing with Fudge being, I think, out of all the returns. Think about this, Rich. We got about 5 or 6 returning quarterbacks. I think Fudge may be up
Bryson
there.
Riggins. Elijah
Fudge.
Got Aaron
Grant. Bobby Gary. We got several key contributors.
We got I don't know his first name, but Cam Coleman's younger brother.
Yeah, he's over there at Central now.
Central.
Second down and goal from the 5 for the Green Waves. And wide open, and you just see an easy pitch and catch for Spencer, and they made easy work out of Harris County on that drive, and they go up 14-0 on the county.
Yeah, this is truly methodical passing by Elijah Fudge. And so far, I mean, Spencer has looked really good. Harris County has just got to find a way. Let's try to get a score on offense as that attempt is broken up.
So Harris County will try to get something going. Tom is not on their side as they're down 2 touchdowns in this pool play game. Shaw dominating Jordan on the other side. We'll get Spencer and Shaw here in 2 games from now. Firing over the middle, and this time he was a little bit short. Did hit the receiver's hands, and I think that would be one of the things, if you're Coach Watson, that you're taking away from this, Richard, is that your guys are getting open. It just seems like the quarterback receiver's on the same page. We've had several drops as well. So these are things that they can work on moving forward. And sorry.
Catch that? No,
and again, another one. Good defense there to knock it away. And right now, Harris County's having a tough time completing a pass.
By the way, the opener for Harris County, massive game against Manchester. This time, it's going to be at Danny Durham Field. Love seeing that rivalry back. It's been over 20 years since they played. Well, they did play last year, but before that.
He'll throw a short pass over the middle.
And if you haven't seen the documentary that Rick Beach did on the Manchester-Harris County rivalry, that's definitely something you should go see. It's absolutely fantastic. Harris County went 7-4 last year, lost to Creekside in the first round. I mean, that was a tough region, Thrift. Stars Mill, Central Carrollton.
And there's a good pass over on the sideline, and that one gets stopped.
Remember, it's two-hand touch football. They're not allowed to tackle. They're not wearing pads. So really, you're just trying to make a man miss. You're going to see a lot of agility out there with these skilled receivers, trying to break defenders, trying to get extra yardage.
So Harris County did get a first down and will keep the drive going. And touchdown. Finally, one goes into the end zone. Good pass and catch, wide open over the middle. And Harris County will now take a 14-7 deficit.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for the try here.
Well, they're actually going to go for 2. And they will get it.
He's got it. So week 1 Thrift, August 14th, 15th, that weekend. I mean, you talk about great matchups. Shaw, Northside. We've got Whitewater and Carver, Kendrick and the Walker School, Hardaway taking on Jackson on Thursday night, Columbus taking on Miller County Thursday night, and, of course, Harris County, Manchester.
And that one's going to be thrown. Caught, stutter step, and almost a first down. What a move there, Big Rich. By Big Rich.
Absolutely. I'm telling you that I'm very impressed with the way this 7-on-7 tournament has really taken off. And there are bragging rights. We'll have a champion crowned around 2 o'clock, as the tournament will start around noon. But they're really speeding up these games because they want to try to get off the field as the sun is just continuing to beat down on the field. I can't imagine how hot it is on that field.
Oh,
you got to be careful there. That's just 2 athletes just going at it full force, and you're trying to stop yourself in just a last-second effort.
nice pass again, trying to get it close to the first down marker.
And using the sideline, just kind of knowing where you are, planting your feet. Got to get to the 20 to get a first down. So Thrift Spencer went 7-4 last year, 5-2 in the region. But they did lose to Westside in the first round of the playoffs in a barn burner.
It was an incredible game.
Absolutely.
He rolls.
That's a catch.
And that will be a first down for Spencer. Right now they've been the best team so far in this 7-on-7. Shaw looking like they're about to score a touchdown. We'll flip it over to their game real quick as they're right at the goal line, looking, firing, and it will be incomplete. 2 games going on right now. We got Harris County and Big Spence. Spencer playing right now.
The Green Wave.
Caught, fired, and is that a touchdown, or are they going to say he's down? He did catch that.
It's like right at the 5-yard line.
By the way, those that are watching right now, we don't have rosters. So if you're expecting us to call a name, that would be impossible. Half the uniforms don't even have numbers on them. Harris County doesn't, so we wouldn't even know who's catching it or not unless you're just really familiar with the team and know who's playing what. We do know some of the players, but the reason we're here is Obviously, we want to showcase the talent. We know we're not calling the names out, but we just want to get everybody ready for football season, which we are super excited about. Harris County is going to lose to Spencer, and Spencer will go to 2-0. County will go to 1-1. Shaw wins, and they'll go to 1-1. Jordan will now lose and go to 0-2. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more here. 7-on-7 tournament. We got football in June, Richard. I don't know if you know that. We'll be right back after this. It's Big Rich and Thrift, Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
All right, we are back. The next game we've got is Harris County and Columbus. We're also having Smith Station and Jordan on the other field. That's Field A. And then Shaw and Spencer will be the final game in pool play. That will take place at 11:30 with the tournament starting at 12. So far, Harris County, they are 1-1 in this tournament. Columbus is 0-2. So far, we've seen Smith Station defeat Columbus. Harris County defeated Jordan. We had Spencer defeat Columbus. Smith Station ended up defeating Shaw. And then we had Spencer defeating Harris County, Shaw defeating Jordan. So right now, Smith Station and Spencer are both 2-0 in pool play. Shaw and Harris County are both 1-1. So we'll go ahead and get this one started. We are here live from Odis Spencer Stadium. So Harris County will be the first on offense. And that is going to be an early touchdown by Harris County. They waste no time with that strike, and they are up 6-0. It's a great pass, and in the corner of the end zone to give them the first score. And then let's go ahead and switch it over to the other field where Smith Station is taking on Jordan. Smith Station 2-0 in this tournament so far. Taking on the Jordan Red Jackets, looking for their first victory in this tournament. And then we'll see Columbus on offense. And, this is a team that they're going to have to replace Christian Spivey. I mean, he's going on to graduate, but the one thing about this Columbus team is David Scott Livingston was just a tremendous running back for him. Grant Geringer, another key player for Coach Robert Peters in his second season, longtime assistant under Coach Phil Marino. And trying to get Columbus back to prominence, where they were not just the premier athletic club for just about any sport, but also for football as well. I mean, we know what they've done for baseball and soccer, cheerleading, golf. They just won a state championship for that. They've won state championships or have competed in Final Fours and just about every sport you could think of, lacrosse, volleyball. And what Coach Peters is trying to build at Columbus is trying to get that culture establishment that, we're pretty good at football too. We may be good at all the other sports, but we want to be competitive in football. And that's what Columbus is trying to build, because they do have some athletes. Of course, we know that it's a magnet school, and they are focused on academics, but they can be competitive as well. And we're looking forward to seeing what Columbus can do this year. As that pass almost tipped and almost intercepted by the Harris County defender. Columbus, a tough season last year in the new region. Only won 2 games. They just want to continue to improve. And that pass is incomplete once again. Columbus opens the season against Miller County. And that is going to be in week 1. Yeah, losing a lot of great receivers from last year. Carson Baldwin, Javante Hood. But they're still going to get Inepke Marcus, Byron Johnson. But they still will have Grant Geringer, Baylor, McCarley. But the quarterback that we expect to take over, Andrew Smith IV, who had playing time last year with Christian Spivey. And Harris County on offense once again. Long pass in the flat, and that's broken up by the Columbus defender. Some players to watch out for on defense. Woodruff Holland.
I know about him, Richard.
One of the top tacklers, Andrew Furtick and
he
Savon Kelly.
Yeah, but Savon is no longer at Columbus.
No,
he
not.
is actually.
Okay. I'm looking at the stats from last year.
Yeah, he's at Brookstone, man.
He's at Brookstone.
Oh man.
Man, but I'm looking at stats from last year. I'm like, oh, Savon. Why does that name sound familiar?
He's at Brookstone, Richard.
Why does that name? Does he going to play football for Brookstone?
He will. And that one's going to be caught. He's wide open, and there he goes. And he makes a juke, and he'll be stopped right outside. What a play and what a move. And you're seeing the confidence growing from the quarterback from Harris County.
And here's the thing. When you're pulling up stats on Max Preps, players do transfer. So that's something that we got to take into consideration. Just recapping last year's team and just going over some of the stats. Not sure if any of these players are going to be back this year, but that's a good example. Savon Kelly has transferred to Brookstone. Is that a touchdown?
And is it going to get in?
I think he did. I think he got in.
Get the call, Rich.
Well, I see where the line is. That's
Rich,
going to be
if that's your
touchdown.
Wow, if that's your touchdown call, I may have to remove you from Thursday Night Football, man. I thought you showed more excitement than that, Big Rich. Let me hear that touchdown call.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, we're going to have a discussion. That one is going to be in for a 2-point conversion.
There you go. And really, because you were taking over play-by-play, I'm still trying to produce Thrift. On Thursday nights, I'm not going to be producing.
Oh, you're producing, you're play-by-play. You're going to be by yourself with 8 arms. You didn't know that, did you?
Like General Grievous when he had those 8 lightsabers?
And there was your nerd moment from Richard Holdridge here at the 7-on-7 tournament. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Though County and Columbus, Big Rich Thrift. Listen, another reason why I wanted to be here, because I've been craving football, man. I've been wanting this bad. I miss it dearly. I can't wait. We are literally, Richard, less than 2 months away. And by the way, Smith Station just scored. Jordan just scored a touchdown. So how about Jordan finally getting a touchdown on Smith Station, who is undefeated, Rich. The Panthers of Smith Station have not lost a game. Harris County is 1-1. Columbus is 0-2. And Harris County leads Columbus by 7. Quarterback what a one-handed catch.
Nice. Was that Grant Geringer? I'm wondering who, he's their leading rusher coming back for Columbus, but he also can catch the ball. I'm wondering I know they're not having any run plays, but if the running backs are being included in the 7-on-7 drills, because they can catch it in the backfield.
Rich will take over.
All right. Well, Columbus trailing 14-0. Smith back to pass, broken up there by the. I'm trying to think.
Rich, tell me about who opened this up for you, and again, who you want to shout out for allowing us to be in this press box instead of out in the hot 190-degree sun. Steve Campbell.
Be the Mr. Do-It-All in
Steve Campbell
Stadium. Stephen Campbell. Who, if you want to open up facilities at Odis Spencer Stadium, he is the guy.
You better know Steve Campbell.
You better know Stephen Campbell. And by the way, he does stock the fridge too, so
we appreciate that. I'm drinking a drink right now.
Smith, back to pass. That's right on the button, but the defender for Harris County was right there as well. He anticipated the pass. So Jordan went 0-10 last year. I mean, they have not won a game since 2020. We know that they just don't have the resources that the other schools have or the players, but someday they will get their first win, and it will be a great feeling, a great moment. We know that Coach Aaron McDaniel is just trying to build a culture, trying to get student-athletes to buy into this program. Remember, this program was canceled because of COVID in 2021. It was a win just for them to get back on the field and compete and play all 10 games. And looking at the history of the last couple of years, there were some games where Jordan was very interesting. The first game we ever did on Georgia Alabama Sports Live was Jordan Columbus. Jordan was competitive in that game. And so I want to see Jordan try to win their first game of the season. And hopefully we'll have it for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. But, yeah, if you're a Jordan alumni, you know, the ceiling is very high. You know that Coach McDaniel, I'm a believer in what he's trying to do there. And those kids are going to play hard for him. Harris County on offense. Nice pass, and he's going to make a cut, and he is going to score in the end zone. Touchdown, Harris County.
What a move. What a job. What a touchdown.
Put him to the jukes. Yeah, this has been all Harris County in this game, trying to bounce back from the loss to Spencer, trying to go to 2-1, try to get a favorable spot in the tournament. And looking at the tournament, we've got the second place team in Field A taking on the third place team in Field B. And then in the second place team in Field B taking on the third place team in Field A. And then whoever wins Field A and Field B will get a bye. So it's looking like if it holds up, Smith Station and Spencer would both get byes.
Harris County's going to win against Columbus. Smith Station's going to win against Jordan. We'll take another break. We got more action here. Pool play, the 7-on-7 tournament with Big Rich. Thanks, Rich.
Here they come. Truckloads of fresh inventory to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV known for its safety, technology, and performance, is discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy. No payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come. Truckloads of fresh inventory to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV known for its safety, technology, and performance, is discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy. No payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
I don't know how to take it off.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Unfortunately, everyone, because of the heat index, they will not be able to have a championship. Everyone got to play their games, though. We're glad that we were able to get a few games in while we were here. Unfortunately, there will not be a championship game because of the heat index. It is way too hot out here, and we got to put players' safety first. So they have called off the dogs, and that will be it for here today. We've had a lot of fun. We want to say thank y'all so much for watching. We appreciate everyone tuning in, and we'll hope next time we're doing a football game, it's going to be on a Friday night for back in August. But this 7-on-7 tournament will not be able to be finished because of the heat index. It is just too hot. They have already checked it, and they are not allowed to finish. This was not a call made by – it was a call by the coaches, but it was also a rule by the state. And if it's this hot, you cannot be on the field. So thank you again to Joseph Kegler, Stephen Campbell, Kendall Mills, the new citywide athletic director, and everyone for allowing us to be up here and broadcast the games that we could. And we'll see you next time on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.